तू ही माता तू ही पिता है तू ही तो है राधा कृष्ण.
Diwali is, I would say it's one of our prime festivals, just like Christmas. We celebrate the homecoming of Lord Rama, who was in exile for 14 years, and the tradition has continued. Diwali literally means festival of lights. I've always grown up like festival per se meant like the reunion of the family. I mean, we would get together at my grandparents' home and then celebrate it. And then when I got married to Shashan, we kept the tradition. We always would go to the temple and go meet some of our elders if we didn't have our elders at home. It's also a time to sit back and think like how the last year has been, because the next day after Diwali is our new year. So we sit back and like, okay, what had we aimed for and what did we achieve, and then we say a little prayer to thank God for helping us achieve those things, and then to be blessed for the next year, coming year. Of course, we try and cook some of the traditional food because we're trying to give Seychelles the culture that both of us have grown up. It's like a season, festival season. It starts on so this is based on the lunar calendar. It starts on the 11th day, and so on that day we start putting lamps outside our house. And then on the 13th day, which is the Dhanteras, which means we worship Lord Wealth, and then we have a special goddess Lakshmi for it. We thank her.
So Navratri is 9 days of, again that's goddess based, 9 days of praying to the goddess. Navratri has two significances. So one is what the goddess Durga, she slayed the demon Mahishasur. So that was the celebration for the goddess's victory. And the other was Lord Ram, like we said. So Diwali was the homecoming of Ram. But before he came back, he killed the demon Ravan, right? So that was he vanquished. That was his victory over evil. So when the day he killed Ravan was the 10th day of Navratri, right? So that's when he killed Ravan, and then he came back home. So that's how the festivals flow together. So the dancing is a part of a prayer. So it's celebrating the goddess's victory, and you have the goddess in the center. You dance around her. So that's kind of that's a different form of worship and celebration for what the goddess did during that period.
The normal tradition would be putting 5 lights in it, and then again you go in circles around the deity, the picture or the image of the god, and you at the same time there's a chanting of prayer for that particular god. And you're just again worshipping the god. Now,
so when you pray, when you do the arti, that's fire, and fire is supposed to be the purest. It's a pure form. So that's the purest form. So that's why you worship with fire. And also the other significance is so fire is the light that leads us from the darkness of ignorance. So that's the light of knowledge leading us from the darkness. The Dandiya is again that's a form of dance, and Lord Krishna did that dance with Radha when he was growing up. So that's a dance style that was originated by Lord Krishna and has been continued since then. So that's the Dandiya part. In the Indian culture, girls when they're born, so daughters are supposed to be an incarnation of Lakshmi. So if you get a girl, that's supposed to be prosperity falling into your doorstep. Right?
We believe that.
It worked for us.
And it's difficult, but yeah, I think so far we've done okay.
Yeah, so the only difficult part is if it were India, then everyone would be doing it. Versus here, you have to go out of your way to really try to create that ambience, right?